good afternoon or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Broadcasting from Performance Trust Field here on April the 6th, Tuesday, a balmy 79 degrees outside. I'm joined by Garrison Cho. Garrison, welcome to the broadcast.
So the biggest thing probably for Wheaton Academy coming off of spring break, they've just come back. Today was the first day of school for all of us, so hopefully we'll see them get a win out here. That's probably the biggest key for them, is getting themselves back into shape, getting themselves back into the mindset of the game, because they didn't play over spring break, from what I know. So
Yeah,
it's the first game for them to come back to, so hopefully they can get a win out here, get back into that mindset of playing again.
Yeah, we see them huddled up there. One of the phrases that the soccer team has used in the past is stronger together. And this team has, had some players missing in different forms or fashions, as probably all teams have during this unique year. But I think we've got everybody back, and I think it's pretty promising in here today. We saw the Warriors recently beat Elmwood Park. I believe they beat them, what was that score, 7?
Yeah.
7-0? 7-0, and I know Chicago Christian lost to Elmwood Park here recently.
Yeah.
It looks like Chicago Christian is, 0-4 this year so far?
Yeah.
So, on paper, maybe Wheaton Academy stands a better chance.
Yep.
Than in other games that maybe weren't as predictable. But sports is never about who should win on paper, right?
Yeah.
We just watched basketball. Did you watch that game last night?
Yeah, I watched that game last night. That was crazy how Baylor beat out Gonzaga. That was nuts.
An undefeated team was supposed to win, but they didn't.
Right.
All right, we're going to turn it over to the PA for prayer, starters, and anthem, and we'll return right back to you.
Gentlemen, a special thank you to our officials this afternoon, Kevin O'Connor.
All right, welcome back.
Gentlemen,
So the Warriors take a record of 7-2-1 into this this first April game, as their shortened season will allow. That they only have a few more on the schedule. I think their last one coming up around the April 20th date. Why don't you give us our starting lineup again here, Garrison?
Yeah, our starting lineup is brought to you by Service Master Clean, now more important than ever. The name of our starters are Declan Finnegan, number 0, number 2, Xander Anaya, number 3, Caden Massey, number 4, Jude Barton, number 6, Evan Eckert, number 10, Hytham Nasser, number 11, Solomon Pitts, number 15, Andrew Ramirez, number 17, Joshua Mariotti, number 18, Kayla Mariotti, and number 23, Robert Platt.
As we see the Chicago Christian Knights get ready to take the kickoff, that's Evan Sweetser in the midfield, number 8, giving it back to number 5, Ben Vantland. So, Warriors going to come out charging. Looks like Caleb Mariotti right away, coming out strong. A couple of players that we haven't seen, at least on the live stream so far. Caden Massey now anchoring up top there. It looks like he's wearing number 23, listed. Oh, no, he's number 3. I'm sorry, number 23, Robert Platt. We'll talk about him later, but he's got quite a bunch of stats to his name already. I think he's earned his lineup spot. I don't think he started a few games ago, and now he's kind of been moved into that by Coach Snoffer.
Yep.
So Warriors, if they handle the ball well, will find the middle of the field and own possession. That's Solomon Pitts on the far side there to Evan Eckert. Gives the ball straight up the middle. Hytham, easy little move there, and goal number 1. And this is what we were talking about, our phone instant replay. Hytham just makes a quick move around the keeper. Keeper's pretty large guy, and so kept the ball on the ground is a good idea there.
Yep.
So Warriors with a quick 1-0 lead. Minute and 10 seconds left into the game.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, but it's great that they got a goal there.
We're not going to argue for our goal on us. Chicago Christian up by Palos Heights, Illinois, had to drive in a good, healthy hour. Sometimes during COVID it's a little bit faster, but I used to coach and have to make that drive, and it's not easy during rush hour. Game got moved back here an hour. It used to be at 4:30, but now at 5:30. And this is the first of the early games we've had. I know next week we'll play Riverside Brookfield, and that's also going to be at 4:30. So a couple of games in the light that we're not used to. We've been in the darkness of the football season recently. That was number 3, Caden Massey. Getting the ball to Xander in the backfield. Start calling out some of these names that we haven't seen.
To Hytham there.
Yep.
Back down to Caden. Up to Jude. Back to Hytham.
So you see Ramirez there in 15 in the middle. Almost got the ball to him. That's who they're going to want to work the ball to. This is Caleb Mariotti.
Caleb.
Always a strong presence there. Nice getting the ball over to Hytham. Tried to one-touch it. Probably had time.
Yeah.
Good cross there. Coach Snoffer, Coach.
Oh, yeah. He had a little bit of time left on that. He could have taken a little more time to take that shot, but.
Yeah. Well, not a giant Maroon platoon out there today, Garrison.
No, not really.
I think I see 4 total.
Yeah, something like that, close to there. I was hoping that more students will hopefully show up maybe later.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know about you, but, getting back into the swing of things, a block schedule is not an easy way to come back to school.
Yeah, but the thing about the block schedule is, shouldn't really have a whole lot of homework from your teachers after the first day of coming back. So I don't know. Hopefully more students will show up, though.
No, you
Hopefully
haven't
they'll
hit
come back.
sports broadcasting yet. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Garrison, part of our sports broadcasting class, all of our class has to take, or there's a height. I'm trying to get the ball up to Robert Platt, and the keeper does come out. Nice job by
Cruise it out.
Chicago Christian's keeper, Henry.
Tyler Faber.
Tyler Faber, yep.
Yep.
So all of the sports broadcasting students, though, have to sign up for different events, and Garrison has signed up to be commentating instead of, a couple of our students are on the video camera crew tonight. We got Nate Wilding on the field, Will Hupke up top, along with Daniel Olson, and then Emma Vega there on the field, and just a volunteer.
Yep.
There's Jude Barden.
Yeah.
Plenty of time here. You were right with that one touch. Hytham shouldn't have rushed that.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Chicago Christian's putting a lot of pressure on it.
Nope. Not at all.
There's Hytham with our close-up there.
Yep. Oh,
There's Caleb Mariani.
Caleb
Yep.
going down.
See
Crosses
across.
it over.
Oh, Robert
Ooh.
Platt trying to
Let that go through there. Nice job by Hytham.
just feed it.
Ooh.
So a couple of
Bit
early shots there for Hytham.
Yeah.
There you hear Scotty Murray from the bench saying that's a good shot. I got a
Yeah.
feeling this is going to be one of those games where we're going to see a good number of subs coming in. Also, Heat's going to come and play into this game a little bit, right? Don't you
Oh
think?
yeah. No, totally. Yeah, players are gonna get warm, hot, and probably gonna get slower as the game goes on because the fatigue's gonna start setting in for them too. Nice shot by Robert Platt.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 ball. You saw him kind of win it here. Watch this little chip by Evan Eckert with the assist. Robert
Yep.
Platt just using his shoulders, makes that move, keeps the ball on the ground right through the keeper's legs. In fact, he may have nutmegged him, huh?
Yeah.
Job by Platt. Again, our instant replays brought to you by Fona, putting flavor first. Appreciate our sponsors helping us get our video board and keeping our live stream going.
Yeah.
So Robert Platt, I believe that's his 7th goal, 6th goal, something like that on the season so far.
Yeah. Doing great this season. There goes Xander with the ball. Xander's going to probably try to clear it out here. Nice clear out by Xander. Nice pass by Josh to Jude.
No subs yet, but we wouldn't assume. It hasn't even been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Warriors having all possession theirs right now. Backfield anchored by Solomon Pitts as usual. Xander and Naya.
Oh, there's Caleb. Caleb Mariotti going. Oh.
Well, after 2 times of getting beat on the deck there, the keeper got down low. So nice
Yeah.
job by him. Make that happen. Take a look at this quick replay as the game's unfolding there. Caleb trying to get it underneath. Keeper
Yeah.
barely got down there. Faber with a good save that time. Not in a good position for a keeper to go one-on-one with a player, you know.
Yeah, no.
There's his brother, Josh Mariotti, getting the ball to Caleb, his twin, but that did not
It's like
happen. Offsides is the call.
offsides, yeah.
So it looks like in goal, Declan Finnegan
Yeah.
still. We'd probably be shocked to see if he actually gets much work in today. He has 31 saves this season. Number of, I think maybe even 2 shutouts. Warriors again 7-2-1. So
Yeah.
2 losses coming from
Oswego East.
West Chicago.
West Chicago.
Yeah.
Sorry, West Chicago, who were state champions last year.
Yeah.
So that was a hard loss, but they did. I mean, from what Wheaton Academy did a good job, did the best they could, but it's state champions, which is hard to beat.
Yeah.
And then we also took a loss to Timothy Christian
It's
on
a
their
little
field.
harder, right?
Yeah.
Talked to Coach Schnoffer right before the game, and
Yeah, that was a little that field. I think what was hard, and we call home field advantage for every home team, because Timothy Christian's field isn't like ours, which ours field is turf versus theirs, which is dirt.
Yep.
And so we were a little unused to
let's
that.
call it
a little
grass.
bit. We'll call it
mean-
grass, not dirt. Sorry, grass. We'll call it grass on their Timothy Christian's field. So it was a little bit different, a little bit uneven for some of our players who aren't used to playing on that type of a grass field
Yeah,
versus
you're right.
a turf field. Turf field's a little bit more even, and you're not going to have it get it beaten up as much as a grass field would.
Yeah, you could see our players are trying to keep the ball on the deck almost all the time because the rule is so true, right?
Yeah.
And they're practicing with this the whole time. But Coach Snover said that everybody, it's not MSC red and blue, or
Yeah.
it's just MSC, one big conference.
this
So
year. So
unless someone can get Timothy throughout the rest of this month, Timothy will end up winning the
undefeated,
conference.
Yeah.
And, I bet, if they have 1 loss and we have 1 loss, but they beat us, there's a good chance they're going to,
Probably
unless maybe there isn't anything. There's Evan Ecker, gets a little step. Oh, boy, keeper almost came out of the box using his hands, but able to,
Stay in the box.
just punch that away. Dangerous play for the Knights. Their play on for the official, Caleb Mariotti. Just dribbles around the keeper.
Nice job. Nice move.
So 3 times, 3 goals. All 3 have kind of used the keeper's size to their advantage and had him commit on the ground. Well, we are seeing a mass number of people get off the bench.
Yeah,
and
so
start
we
to warm
might
up.
look like we might be putting some subs in here, and one of them, spotlighting Scotty Murray, who's I think the only freshman on the varsity for this year. So that is an achievement by him.
Yeah, saw him get a header goal one of the games we broadcasted earlier this month. Yeah, there's a couple advantages to having your subs come in. Number one, you never know if you can get injured in a sport. You want to not play unnecessarily too long. Number two, it's valuable game experience, right?
Yeah.
Those guys need to come in and continue to extend this lead if they do come in.
Yep. And also gives a chance for the starters to rest up a little bit too, especially with this heat.
There's Josh Mariotti sending it over to Caleb, who was right there with the defense. Gets a quick step on him, tries to feed it over to Robert Platt.
Oh, so close, so close.
Just missed it off left. Phone a replay shows there's Caleb, got that step, puts the ball right directly across, and just missed it by a half second. Yeah. Well, girls soccer has begun practice. How about that?
Yeah.
The summer season has officially begun in April.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. A little bit. All the sports that are happening around here. I saw today, pulled up today. I saw all the teams out there: lacrosse, baseball, girls soccer, track and field. I think it got their season started up soon. So there's a lot of sports going on for us.
Meanwhile, we both volleyballs will now be playing, right? Boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Girls are in their season. Boys just started, so their games won't start for a couple of weeks. But football is still going.
Yep.
And then guys soccer as well. Football, our last home game coming up on Friday.
Yep.
We'll talk about that a little bit more, but against Tinsdale South, there's a offsides call.
Yeah.
No middle official here for this game. We only have 2, so you're going to see both officials working the sidelines.
Yeah.
And both then are responsible for kind of walking up with the back line, but being tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so girls soccer started They have tryouts. I believe the tryouts are still going here today.
Yeah.
And a team will officially be named. And then I think we have a game on our schedule maybe as close to April 20th. So maybe 2 weeks from today. That or it's going to be a guys. But we do have girls coming up there, so we're going to be overlapping. There's Robert Platt. He's got a 45-yard sprint all the way to the end. Let's see if he can finish.
Come on, Robert. Oh, nice job. Good goal.
So his second on
one.
the day. That brings his total to 7.
Yep,
Good
7
shot
goals.
there by our camera operator, Emma Vega. Watching that detail. So, again, we have 4 camera operators here today. Appreciate their efforts. And then we have our technical director is Rachel Cobb here today. Our director, Kenna Tolman. Our assistant producer, Mr. Joseph Jones. We're back in the swing of things. Garrison, what did you do over spring break?
I went away to New Hampshire. Not very warm.
How
It
about
was
that?
a little bit. It was pretty much like what Chicago was when I left it. Wish I went somewhere warmer, but hey, it was great to get away at least a little anyway. Since not everyone can go away on vacation.
You got a
So-
little retreat there, or is family there?
Family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a state I haven't been to. I've been up there to Massachusetts, Connecticut, but I haven't gone up to New Hampshire or Vermont.
Yeah. New Hampshire's pretty great. Don't go in the winter.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time, summer, and the fall is nice. Fall is amazing. Up there.
So
Nice
some
clear
people
out.
go and get a tan. You were surrounded with cold weather. Ooh, hard check. That's going to
Foul.
be in the box, so that's going to be a penalty kick. Here, take a look at this replay here.
Foul on number 2.
This is
Ray.
Kyle Howarda making the move, and then bam, right there, just kind of shoves him down. So I can't imagine anything but a penalty. Yep,
Yeah.
penalty kick here, and Kyle's going to take it. Kyle sets up. Left or right, and goes right.
Nice job, Kyle.
Looks like he guessed right, too. The keeper, you can... let's see if... no, waved it off for some reason.
Wait, what? That's interesting.
Might have called that someone was in the box ahead of time.
That's weird. But
Trying to see the ultimate call there. See one of our officials, and the official that seemed to wave it off. Trying to get an explanation here. Coach Schnoffer.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna. It sounds like the official said they'll go retake it.
Yeah,
So
I think Coach Schnoffer made the point when the official was over there.
yeah. So here's our YouTube. It's wheatonacademy.org and youtube.com. We post all of our live streams, and that's where you can watch all of our games, and also along with our WA TV, which is our weekly news updates around our school. And also all of our chapels are on there as well. So
Yeah,
please subscribe.
assuming you're there right now because you're watching.
Yeah.
So just back out for a second and hit the subscribe button. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but the two officials are conferring there for a second, trying to decide on the ultimate decision. Snoffer, I think, suggested that we should have a re-kick. Here's Kyle one more time. And
And
he
he
goes
gets the
in
goal
his
again.
Same spot.
Same spot.
That's believing his decision, I guess. So we got a
Yeah.
sub coming into the game, number 15, for-
Will Slager for the Chicago Christian Knights.
Chicago Christian. So Kyle Hawarda, good job there. There's Kyle there. You can see that's his 3rd goal on the year. He has 3 assists on 8 shots. So pretty good job by him.
Yeah.
All right, so Declan gets the privilege of touching the ball back there. For a second, gets the ball to Eckert. Wheaton Academy still with no subs. Looks like Coach Schnoffer is talking to the whole bench. There's Josh Mariotti in the middle. Evan Eckert, Hytham. We're just kind of playing keep way here for a second.
Yep. And there you go.
They bring the defense up and then just
go right down.
Send it fast. So Chicago Christian Tyler Faber getting his
Save.
big hand, literally his hand on the ball to stop it. Good replay there.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Chicago Christian has the ball. Hytham coming up to try to get that. There's Jude. Jude Barton's got it. Passes it back down to Caden Massey. Over to Josh. Back to Josh. Back to Xander. Right now they're just playing around right now. I think they're trying to do the same thing that they did last time, which is try to get the defense up and then try to push it down the sideline.
All right, we got subs coming into the game for Wheaton Academy. Looks like we have, let's go one at a time. We see Ryan Batista. We see number 12, Gabe Olson. We see number 16, Lucas Landstrom. 21, Connor Royce. 14, Josiah Pitts. Number 9,
Braden Vandervelde.
Vandervelde. Anybody we miss there? 25,
Christian Ruck.
Christian Ruck. So that shifted Caden Massey to the middle. Christian will play this near side for us. There's Josiah Pitts, number 14. That's Connor Royce, number 21 in the middle. We talked about Gabe Olson. He's going to be on defense most of the time. Oh, I'm sorry. Gabe Olson there, number 12 on this side. Number 9, we said that's Braden Vandervelde on the far side. Okay. Yeah, Ryan Batista, number 19 up top here, did start. I think that's the one shift I noticed with Snoffer's lineup today was not only Caden Massey back into the game, but it looked like Robert Platt probably subbed out Batista. And it has a lot to do with just Platt's ability, I think, to finish. Batista's got the speed. In this game, Batista will eat them alive. As long as he stays on sides, he can beat out any of these sprinters. In fact, I don't know what he does, but I think he should join track next.
Yeah, he should. I mean, I think track passed their tryouts already, so I don't know if he would be able to make it or not. But
you know, if he's
would
fast,
have been great if he
I
was
wonder.
on the team. It would have been great.
Fulinski's like, your 100-meter can beat everybody else. Okay.
Yeah.
There's Howard up, putting it all the way over to Vandervelde. All right, so the goal here is we did mass substitution, but we don't want to just play with them still, right?
Right.
So we've got 7 guys maybe that came in. Declan's still in.
Yep.
Caden Massey's still in.
Kyle's still in there, too.
Kyle Hawerda.
Yeah.
So we've got, there's Batista. Oh, after all my talk about it.
Yeah, right.
You got to eat it
so
up,
close.
kid.
Just off a bit. If you look at this replay right here.
It's the right one touch. It was just, it looked like he over-directed it. The
a
ball
little
was
bit.
already spinning a little bit.
Yep.
Batista back to Olsen.
Back down to Declan.
Well, I went somewhere warmer, Garrison. I went to Florida.
Oh, lucky you.
Senior
Even though you just were in Florida, weren't you?
Senior trip was right at the Swan and Dolphin. We walked the boardwalk every day, and of course, I literally go back to the boardwalk for.
Sounds
spring
amazing.
break. It was great. Here's Vandervelde looking for a
Batista.
pass.
And there
There's
you go,
Batista.
Batista. There you go.
All right, Ryan. We're going to make it count that time. But Vandervelde, what a great job. You know, it looked like he had every opportunity to just go hard at the goal himself.
But he gave it up
to an easier. Yep. Well, we had two different games in that NCAA. There's Batista there. In that NCAA championship, we had Stanford,
Arizona.
That was literally a nail biter to the end. Oh my gosh, that was intense.
Winning by 1.
And then you have the game that you could turn off at halftime almost. What was the final outcome? Like 16 points or something?
Yeah, it was. I think it was 86 to 70 is what the score was for Baylor. But I mean, both teams. If Gonzaga won, they were making history with an undefeated season. Baylor won with winning their first championship for the basketball program.
I can't believe Gonzaga's had 25 wins under that coach in the NCAA tournament. He's just been nonstop. And in fact, I think I heard they got like the number 3 recruit in the nation recently.
Yeah.
Who did you pick way back when?
Well, I didn't fill out a bracket, but when I picked way back when at the beginning, I was saying Gonzaga. So that did not happen.
You got close though.
But they got close.
I got Illinois. I did not get close.
Yeah, no.
There's too much hometown love I have. You know, I felt like I couldn't pick against them. The Loyola Chicago coach I saw got a new job at Oklahoma after all his work in Loyola. So maybe Loyola's not going to be as great over the next few years. They have the same players, but Warriors just passing around right here. I think I can't imagine they're not going to look to score. I know the 7th goal is a big deal in soccer. In the second half, if you're up by 7, it cuts the game in half. But it has to be in the second half. So they'll look to see if they can kind of send it. You see how tight they are? You know, our back guy is Caden. It just got to him on the 20. But everyone was at the 50, so they were playing within like the 20 or 30 yards here. They were. I watched the girls practice right before this.
Yeah.
They're playing this same kind of game. It's kind of like just one touch and then go, spread out. So everybody's used to it. I mean, probably wearing Chicago Christian now, right?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I was watching the guys too when they were warming up before the game started, and they were doing the same thing. I mean, they were just practicing just like in that really tight from like the 50 to the 20 and just passing it around. So.
There's Caden kicking it.
So here is our Instagram at RealWaTV. So go follow it. That's where we post a lot of comments or ideas for our next WaTV episode. So yeah, go follow it.
Yeah, we have. Sometimes if we need to advertise a certain game, you'll see that a lot on there as well. Just in general, I mean, if you're following Walmart on Instagram, maybe you should be following Wheaton Academy or the Real TV.
Yeah.
I'm not a big, follow big names kind of person. The one that gets stuck in my feed, but I still like it in there, is ESPN or SportsCenter. I'm not sure which one it is, but sometimes I waste too much time looking at all of the, did you see how this guy just dunked? Or the guy that jumped off the cliff. I mean, what is that on ESPN? All right, there's the ball to Kyle.
I was going to take oh, nice. Oh.
Yeah, he had the intent to hold on to that and kick that himself.
Yeah.
I saw Vandervelde coming in from the other side. I saw Eckert coming from behind. You
play
see that one
here.
move and then really tried to blast it.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to be perfect. The keeper played that angle. That was a great,
Yeah.
speaking of angle, nice angle by our camera operator, Emma Vega there. Good chance to shot out our crew again. Emma Vega down there on the field with Nate Wilding. Up top, Will Hupke giving you some close-up shots, and Daniel Olson in the wide shot.
Yep.
I'm Matt Hockett. I'm accompanied by Garrison Cho. I've got Kenneth Tolman in the booth here tonight as director, and then our TD, Rachel Cobb. Vandervelde looks around. Oh, no, that's Troy Erickson, yeah. So Troy looked around. I thought he was offsides. He didn't go that hard. I'm also wondering if got over his head. Oh my goodness, Batista
nice
for another finish. Here we go. Look at there's Vandervelde coming down.
Nice
Boy,
kick.
that's the assist to goal setup again, right? Great replay there. Fona replay giving you the flavor here tonight. Great job. Scotty Murray coming into the game here. Also, number 13.
Corbin Bates.
Corbin Bates, senior. So you got freshman senior coming in for Kyle and then Caden Massey. There's Batista. Those stats are a little off today, right? He increased by 200% his scoring. So nice job. He's got 3 goals on the season. There's Batista handling the ball again. Oh, well, that's our 7th, so that's big time for the second half, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it won't start until then. We'll get a full half in. But I was wondering if, maybe
they were gonna score
Coach
that,
Schnoffer said, 20 touches? They're all counting in their heads. I doubt it.
Yeah, no,
they're still looking.
They're counting in their heads.
No.
But
there's Bates up top. Connor Royce getting over to Vandervelde. There's Troy Erickson. Just trying to give you a sense of where people are on the field. And yes, Declan Finnegan right now has not had a save, has not had a shot on goal so far.
Nope. Hasn't seen a lot of action tonight.
Great control by the Warriors here. This is one of those where you have to stay sharp. We'll give you the schedule soon of what we have been. But today is Chicago Christian. They don't play another game until the 10th of April. But that game is against a state powerhouse team of Bennett.
Wow.
And Bennett, it's going to be nothing like this game, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, take a look at the far side of the field. We have an increased number of Maroon platooners.
That's great.
There they are hanging out. Outside, relaxed in the 78-degree temperature here. What a beautiful day.
Yeah.
We're going back to normal soon, but we'll take every day like this if we can.
Yep.
Warmer than New Hampshire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you know what increased the size of that was some girls soccer players, maybe some fall or summer athletes, right, after their practice.
Yeah.
This game started 5:30, and we didn't have a chance to get done with practice right away.
Yeah.
Boys tennis, I forgot, is, in the season now, too.
Yeah.
I coached that for 16 seasons. Miss being out on days like this and don't miss it at all in the cold, windy days.
I don't know if I would want to be outside on a tennis court today, especially if how warm it is outside.
Oh,
but,
I
hey.
don't know. I'm one of those that like a good work. If I'm going to be outside and moving around, I'd like to sweat. Of course, if I'm not working out, I don't want to sweat. I don't want to be in clothes.
Yeah.
All right. There's Declan. Warriors playing a little keep away as they get better control in the middle of the field. Connor Royce there, number 21. Looking up at maybe Corbin Bates.
Yeah.
All knocked away there. Warriors start trying to maintain again. So shifting over there is Gabe Olson now. He was on this side of the field, but Scotty Murray moved him to the other side. Bates, sorry. Fighting there. Josiah Pitts. So you were part of the basketball season this year.
Yep.
I mean, how quick did that feel? Did it feel like it went by fast? I mean, everything seemed to be 1 month and done.
Yeah, it was quick for a season for us. Certain points it did feel kind of long, but there's also other points where it felt like it flew by. I mean, it was only a month of basketball. It was great to have a basketball season, though.
What was the overall vibe of masks? Was it, well, if this is the only way we're going to play, let's do it? Did most people, were they fine with it?
Yeah, I think all of us were okay with wearing masks. I mean, we had our probably grumblings about wearing them because it's hard to wear a mask when you're playing basketball. But I think also we saw it as like a chance, like this is our only chance to get to play, and it's like take the opportunity.
Yeah.
In a year like this, so.
Yeah, you see, like in some of these players here, mask comes down, they're not quickly pulling it up. In fact, most masks will stay just over their mouths, but you would think as hard as they're working, they're going to want their nose, some sort of level of breathability here.
Oh, yeah.
You're outside, you're moving around, but you're doing your best to continue to make sure everybody stays healthy. You don't want to be that, that one player that didn't socially distance when you needed to and then have to. Because, of course, this virus is nobody's fault, and unfortunately, it has done a lot of bad things to a lot of people so far, so we want to make sure we're still safe.
Yep.
It's so good to be in school. I noticed the number of schools getting back. I think I heard Wheaton North starting to come back, all those Wheaton schools, but it felt like a regular year, just maybe a little different in terms of spacing, and you see people in the hall. Sometimes you're like, they're wearing a mask. I don't know if they're saying hi to me.
Right. Yeah.
There's a good push there. That's Vandervelde coming up the side. Looks like Bates made a move. I'm glad the ball didn't get there. I think it was offsides there.
Yeah.
Trying to watch his line, see if he could skip it past the keeper. Yeah, Wheaton Academy now with chapels, where an entire class gets to attend. That's different. Get to space people out. I've been in almost every chapel, and it has felt very different now that people are there. I think it's just cool to be a part of a larger group.
Yeah, and it's nice. I mean, for a student like me, I mean, it's great to be back in chapel because you keep watching it. So, I mean, you keep watching it on live stream, but it's great to be back in chapel though, and definitely I think engages us more as students than watching it on a live stream.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard to do everything in classes. Even watch TV, I'd rather watch all of our episodes with a big group like last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
But it's one of those things where you're thankful for what you have, too. All right, there's Batista kind of moving up, looking to cross it.
Over, nice. Ooh, Troy almost had it.
Looked like Troy maybe had a high kick there. Dangerous play called by the official there. Boy, sun coming in nicely. Starting to see a nice warm glow, and it literally is warm.
Yeah.
The second half of this week starting to get a little bit chillier. We got highs in the 60s, lows in maybe the high 40s. I know our football game feels okay if it's brisk. We're happy we've got a home game. We'll talk about that for a second. We were scheduled to play Immaculate or IC Prep, but they backed out because of some COVID protocols.
Yep.
So tried to find another match and got
Got Hinsdale South.
Hinsdale South. You know, it's a football game or a football team we have never played before. So happy to get a game there, and big night because it's our last home game. Yeah,
And senior night for our football guys, for our football seniors.
Yep,
So
I think we're going to try and acknowledge our seniors for the cheerleaders too, maybe even our live stream. But there you see our next broadcast. There's Hinsdale South. You know, April 9th, 7:15 is that football start time.
Here goes Ryan up the field, and
I got
Thought he
caught
had the
on
angle.
the short side of the
Ryan.
net. That's
Yeah.
fine. Again, with this replay, you can't see what's happening with the rest of them. I'd like to see that fed across the 6. Corbin Bates coming back there. Coach Snoffer, assisted by Coach Sesnoff, and then also Coach
Earl.
Coach Earl was on a team that I coached back in the day. Not only soccer, but also basketball.
Wow.
He was my starting point guard his freshman and sophomore year. Could really, even in both soccer and basketball, he finessed his way through everything. He's got some great ball handling skills, both with his hands and his feet. Coach Sesnoff, recently engaged.
Yeah.
So Miss Purcell, a world language teacher here, teaching Spanish.
Yeah, she's my teacher for Spanish, actually.
Ooh,
So,
Spanish 1, 2,
Spanish
what do you
1.
got?
Spanish 1.
Spanish 1.
Yeah.
So the goal is to take one more year?
The goal is
Eventually?
that I repeated Spanish 1 this year.
Okay,
So,
the goal is to just get through
Just
Spanish
to get through
1.
Spanish 1, and then
I'll
we are
tell you.
good.
I got through Spanish 4, and
Yeah.
so much of it is lost. Here's that, just the offsides call there. You can see we're a half a step in front there. I think I was on the far side with Troy Erickson. Yeah, Spanish 4, and I wish I'll stuck more. I told my wife the other day, I respect people who can speak multiple languages because it seems like it's creative art. Their mind thinks in terms of these other words. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. I know people who are taking. I know some of my classmates are taking Spanish 4, and I'm like, hey, go for it. It's great that you love the language and love to keep learning it, but not for me.
There's a former teacher here. Her name's Mrs. Cruz. She was originally Quinn Reebok, and she loved Spanish in high school. She took AP Spanish. There's a ball up to Troy. And I think he had plenty of extra touches there. He didn't need it. Time 3:40 left in this first half. Warriors got off to a 1-0 lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds into the game. Quick hits so far this game. Yeah, so she took AP Spanish. Ended up majoring in Spanish in college.
Mm-hmm.
Came here and taught Spanish, married a guy from Costa Rica that, of course, fluently was his native language of Spanish.
Yeah.
And she tells me, she told me that she even dreams in Spanish language. That's crazy.
Wow.
You know, she's a native English speaker, but so much of what she does now, because her husband also, speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
She has taken that language as like almost her first language now. It's awesome if you can make that happen.
Yeah. Totally. Not know that about the Cruises.
We have a teacher celebrating 40 years at Wheaton Academy this year. How about that? Can you guess which one? I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
He's in the science department.
Oh, Mr. Ellis.
Mr. Ellis.
That's Mr. Ellis.
Here's a move by Troy.
Mr.
See what he can do this time. He
Oh,
does feed it over,
oh.
but Batista maybe a little slow in the extra trail. Corbin was there, but it didn't hit Corbin.
Crossover.
Oh, the ball to Connor Royce's feet.
Oh.
Well, love the little touch there to Corbin Bates, who just put it right over the top. I think that was Troy, with the little touch. Real simple. Oh, just maybe a knee over the ball a little bit more, kept it low. Oh, so Mr. Ellis. Okay, so let's put things in perspective, Garrison.
Okay.
I've taught here for 22 years.
Right.
That means I've taught here longer than our newest teacher was probably born. So our newest teachers are 22 and 23. So I was teaching here when they were just born. That's crazy.
Wow. That is crazy.
Mr. Ellis has been teaching here for another 18 years on top of that. In fact, I went here
when he was
as
teaching?
a student, and I was in freshman biology with Mr. Ellis.
Wow.
Of course, junior anatomy with Mr. Ellis, and then I majored in pre-med for 2 years. So I loved science because of him. He's a good guy.
Great.
You ever hear Mr. Ellis's laugh?
Yes,
Oof.
I had class with biology first semester with him, and it was a fun time in that class.
Oh.
There's been good stories that were told.
Good
in there.
stories. That's all people talk about Mr. Ellis.
Mr. Ellis and his stories. Yep. You know, always as students, you always can get him to tell one story before class starts at least, or even a couple maybe. You know, he throws them in there while he's teaching.
Follow us on Instagram again at The Real Watt TV. You can also follow us on Twitter at The Real Watt TV. Both, of course, tagged at The Real Watt TV instead of just Watt TV because, well, we don't want to be known as the fake one.
Yeah.
All right, so clock's running down here with 5 seconds left. Warriors got a 7-0 advantage, which is, my word.
Almost by Lucas Landstrom. Almost in there. And our halftime, our scoreboards sponsored by Providence Bank and Trust.
Yep. Well, we will have a 7-0 lead there on that scoreboard when we put it up. We'll rejoin you about a minute left in that halftime. You'll catch what will remain as the second half. We'll see if they half the time or not. All right, we'll be back in a second.
You're the director. You're supposed to know everything.
Actually, I'm the editor. Kind of as a director.
Oh. Just in time for the Masters.
Oh yeah, not
Because I want to watch the Masters on Friday.
What did we do on Friday?
We set up for this. I watch some extra Masters.
Wait, so there's only like 25 minutes left and it's time.
When it's all done, we're going to those two, we just need to follow up. We just need all the help bringing this stuff up. Which I am really You're going to need, can you pull your whole thing out here? So you're bringing your whole thing together in one piece. You're going to take out the battery, you're going to put up the we're going to leave the camera this unplugged from the side. So we put that on Friday and we just get on ground.
It's like 3 shots that you need to have, and the rest are just like filming. Yeah. What's the hardest part about this? I can't see the ball. I literally can't see the ball.
I wasn't used to the scenery, so during the nighttime, that's not a
Yeah, right. The person who was a camp, the person who's been around me.
Nobody, so that the viewers don't get angry at us. You want to tell fans
Oh, welcome back, everyone. This is the start of the second half. The Warriors are going to be only having to play a 20-minute second half, and a lot of that has to do with all of those goals you see that up there on the scoreboard.
Yep.
We've got a number of replays to show you here. It's the first one, maybe? Hytham with that first little
That was the
move,
first
minute
one.
and 20 seconds into that first half.
Yep.
Nice little ball by Evan Eckert there to Robert Platt. You could see a number of times the shots are staying on the ground. Nice step over there, huh?
Yeah,
And
right.
Troy letting that ball through. I think that was Vandervelde. And then, Batista with that beautiful header. So we got a great evening here tonight. About 78 degrees. Sun still high up in the sky, not quite setting. There's our Maroon platoon tonight. Just enjoying the day outside. Chance to spread out and relax. I talked to the officials right before the end of the half. Talked about why they had that whole drama unfold. Said that the attacking team was on the line when the shot was taken. So initially the discussion was that was a kind of just done. The shot was over. But then in review and talking to Coach Schnoffer and the officials got together, page 43 of the handbook they cited.
Wow.
So I guess if you all have a soccer handbook available, go ahead and take a look at that in page 43. Find out what the deal is with the penalty kick being called back. We did make it. And then instead of waved off, a chance to do it again, and Kyle Howard was able to get that. And speaking of Kyle, there he was in the middle of the field, giving the ball back to, it looks like our starting lineup. No, it's a mix of guys. Let's start calling out some names here from forward to back there, Garrison.
Okay, let's see. 18, Josh Mariotti. We got 21, Connor Royce.
Yep.
Number 7, Kyle Gorda. On the far side, number 10, Hytham Nasser. Number 4, Jude Barton. Number 2, Xander Anaya. Number 11, Solomon Pitts. Number 25, Christian Ruck. Number 3, Caden Massey. And then on the far side, number
That's
12,
12, yep.
Gabe Olson.
Yeah, and in goal, a new goalie.
Brandon
Hoekstra.
Yeah, and also Chicago Christian put in their other goalie too, Henry Gowron. So they replaced their goalie, it looks like,
Yep.
from Tyler Faber, who played goalie first half.
I wonder if Tyler will just be done or if he's going to come out and play. Well, he was number 1, right? But he may have put on a new jersey here. That is certainly 0 in goal, but I don't see 1 on the sideline at all. Oh, juggled there. Looks like Connor Rice, a little trouble getting up. You can see this kind of got really bent around, then did end up getting up. That ball almost found its way in there.
Yeah.
Hit the chest of the keeper. Yeah, so a mix, and not only just a mix in the lineup. Oh, there's a hard check from Hytham. But people are shifted around a little bit. And specifically, I see Xander Anaya, who normally plays back on defense, right there with the ball right now in midfield. So maybe given a little liberty to move around there. Jude's still in the kind of the same place, back front. There's Solomon with just the fanciest of all footwork all the time.
Yeah.
Kyle Huerta getting it over here to Caleb Mariotti. He's been on the far side the whole time, so he finally earned a close-up.
Yep.
If you're just joining us, you're like, oh my gosh, we half just started. Why are they at 17 minutes already? There's an offsides call by Hytham. When you're up by 7, and that's where the Warriors' magic number was earlier here today. And it did feel like they called off the forces a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, totally.
Didn't seem like they were attacking as much. So they wanted to get to 7 because if you're up by 7, you half the amount of time in the second half. So because there was 40 minutes at the start of the half and you're up by 7, there's only 20 minutes.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter when you get there, but that's happened, and there's no way to get it back. So
Nope.
if Chicago Christian wants to win and play on by the officials, there's Gabe Olson moving forward pretty fast, getting the ball over. Kyle maybe get us a foot. I don't know if we're going to call that a shot. It just looked like he was trying to get control at that point. Gabe Olson with a nice little run there. Here's
Yeah.
Connor Royce in our close-up for a second.
Looks like more control. I don't think he's trying to take that shot. I think he's just trying to get that ball settled down. It's corner by Hytham. Andrew, take a shot at it.
Oh, Connor
there's Connor
Royce! Xander goes right towards Connor, too. You could tell that they wanted Connor to score there.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice little one-touch, kept the
Nice.
ball on the ground. Hard thing there. You see a lot of – there's Connor celebrating, and everybody celebrating with him. I think that's Connor's first goal.
First goal?
Let's
check this. Oh, no.
Nice job by Connor there to make that work. There's Connor Royce, and we'll just pull up his stats here for a second. And you can see that's his first goal on the season.
Not a lot of
First
shots.
point, right?
Yeah.
Goal and assist.
Yeah.
Third shot, so 1 for every 3, not bad. If he keeps that up, just needs to take more shots.
Pretty much.
You see on the bottom of our scoreboard, we have a National Broadcast Student Production 2020 winner. We won a Crystal Pillar Award back last April, and that's the best in Chicago and Illinois and Indiana, but the Chicago Midwest area for a live sports broadcast. And then we were nominated for a National Student Production Award, and out of the 5 national nominees, we ended up winning that award. So you are looking at a award-winning broadcast team. In fact, one of those people is working the technical director here tonight, as well as kind of meshing in with graphics and director. That's Rachel Cobb. So congratulations to her still on that. I recently heard that those awards were in the mail, so we'll see how long it takes for that. I wonder what a National Student Production Award looks like.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully it's not a piece of paper. Some awards come with money. Radon contests that Kenna won last year, she won $250 for.
Wow.
This particular award, a lot more recognition with no money. But you can certainly put it on your college
Resume.
application and resume, yep.
Yeah.
So 13:38 left to play. Warriors got that 8th goal recently by Connor Royce, a junior.
Ooh, looked like.
Hard foul there by number 2.
I think that was Solomon on that one.
Oh yeah, but it was
Chicago
against Chicago Christian,
Against Chicago
Ray Alessi.
Yep.
Of course, you're watching this game. Oh my word, Hytham was trying to juggle the ball right there on the end line. If you're watching this game, you're watching it on YouTube. Take a look at the beautiful sun there for a second as you see, an instant replay of the sun and that. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then you get notified and hit the bell notification. Then you get notified of when we put up a game. This game was a late ad. We had it all in our schedule, but we didn't have it actually announced on YouTube. So if you're watching it, you may be one of those people that got notified. Let others know that these games are up here. We've got football coming up on Friday. Another boys soccer game next Tuesday against Riverside Brookfield. That's going to be a lot better conference game. Always a challenge for them when we play them. We've got girls soccer in the mix. We've got lacrosse. Here's Gabe Olson.
Ooh, we lost a little bit there.
Yeah, but we got a corner kick. This is a great opportunity to play or do a set play here for Coach Snoffer. We'll see what he dials up. There's Gabe working in, and then just Chicago Christian running out. But we've got football, we've got soccer, we've got girls soccer, we've got baseball we were talking about at halftime. Lacrosse is on an option for us as well. And then boys and girls volleyball will be something. There's Caleb Mariani with a close camera. And you see our camera operator, Nate Wilding, down there giving you that close-up view. Got 4 cameras working right now. There's an illegal throw-in by number 22 for Chicago Christian. There's Solomon Pitts calling for some movement. See where he goes with it. He can throw it pretty far.
Look at that.
Trying skips it right over Kyle's head. Connor Rice looks to... Oh, no, that's Kyle Howard. Wait, Jude Barton?
Jude, yeah.
Wow. Did I mix that up? I see some of the fans just outside of our fence line, too.
Yep.
I don't think we're charging for admission. They just choose to maybe socially distance from the game itself. There's some of our fans in the stadium. Noticed a couple of Chicago Christian colors on the stands. So some parents maybe coming to support. Hytham got an extra step. That was well timed. Keeper just kind of pushes it out there. 10 minutes left to play here. We're going to beat the sun.
Yeah.
So we got a substitute coming in. We got Corbin Bates,
Scotty
Murray,
Troy,
and
Braden
Vandervelde.
Yep.
So Caleb Mariotti coming out for the last time today. Solomon Pitts getting a congratulations from Coach Snoffer, Kyle Howarda, and Xander Anaya. A nice job tonight. Warriors with a good decisive lead here. It's Coach Isaac Lacascio.
Yeah, totally.
From the Maroon Platoon. I haven't heard many cheers.
No.
Just enjoying
No.
it tonight.
Yeah.
Appreciate the support, of course.
Yep. Always good to see
False.
students out here.
Skips past Hytham.
Oh.
Vandervelde gets a step. Quick move. But wasn't able to get past the keep. It's Corbin Bates chasing it down. In the Hytham. Hytham looking at Scotty Murray on the far side. Scotty almost got a step. Look like with the waving arm, I think what he was referring to is he had a dangerous play there. That foot came up above the waist there. There's Scotty Murray, this time with less pressure.
Oh.
Puts it next to the keeper.
Nice.
Corbin Bates follows up. Good job by Corbin.
Yep.
Scotty with a good strike. Keeper couldn't stop it, and you see Corbin just touches that ball in.
Yep.
Way to stay composed. If you've watched our live stream, you saw maybe Mr. Waugh. If you didn't see Mr. Waugh, it's in our history. You can go through and find that. Corbin, one of our guys on Project Lead, that has really worked hard to try and raise money for Kids Alive.
Mm-hmm.
And especially during this pandemic, I've been really impressed with how people have served and gave of their money and time
Yeah.
when a lot of people are trying to hold on to what they have. Here's
And there's
Caden Massey with a give and
Massey.
go. Got just the keeper to beat
Nice.
and runs the corner for a very mild celebration. Scotty Murray shakes his hand as he walks back.
I think that's Caden's first goal of the season, I believe. So,
Good job by Caden there, number 3. Doing good work. Good team play here today.
yeah.
There's Scotty Murray just putting the ball out of bounds. Oh, we got a substitute coming in for Chicago Christian. Before that, you don't have to stare at the sun and hurt your eyes. Our cameras will for you. Beautiful sunset here tonight.
Yep.
Oh, wonderful color in those clouds. I think we have another day where it's going to be pretty hot tomorrow. But
Yeah.
some rain coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it's already Tuesday night. Feels like we just started. These short weeks are so nice, Garrison.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think that counts as a shot on for Chicago Christian, but Hoekstra didn't have any trouble with
Nope.
that. Went a little bit wide and
Hi.
high. Chicago Christian put a little pressure on the Warriors. You can't just pass it back and forth nonchalantly. So see if what the Warriors do in terms of possession. I'm sure that Coach Schnaufer said 10 is a good number. Let's try and just work some passes around here, but there's Hytham. Scotty tried to save it, so maybe a little sloppy. A lot of bench guys just chilling on the ground at this point.
Yep.
We really had a number of substitutes right after about the 10-minute mark come into the game.
Yeah.
So you've seen a mix of everybody so far. There is Chicago Christians bench, not as happy as Wheaton Academy's at this point.
Nope. Yeah.
Chicago Christian, a longtime member of a conference that we used to be in a long time ago called the Private School League Conference, or the PSL.
Huh.
When Wheaton Academy was known as Wheaton Christian High School, and when Wheaton Christian, then even before that, was known as Wheaton Academy. So we've switched our name back and forth.
Yeah.
Chicago Christian always been in south side of Chicago. In fact, our head of school, Mr. Bolt, used to teach at Chicago Christian, coach basketball and baseball over there.
I did not know that.
Yep,
but
came to observe Wheaton Academy on a visit and said this is too good of a school to pass up. Wanted to stay here. Found his way as the principal and then moved on to head of school.
Yep.
Doing a great job for us. Speaking of principal,
Mm-hmm.
I love her. Well, she is my wife. I wouldn't say that about all
Yeah.
principals. Corey Hockett as the principal of Wheaton Academy. Doing a great job during this year, making sure that we stay in-person learning, figuring out how to do things. I mean, what's the weirdest class you've had a location in?
Probably math in the band room.
Math in the band room. Only this year will you
Yeah,
hopefully ever
right.
say that.
Yeah, classrooms have moved around. I believe A Push has their classroom in the wrestling room, is where they meet, where they have class. So
Sure.
it's
Yep.
AP. I mean, not A Push, AP World, but it's It's all different now with COVID and everything this year
So, Mr. Lehman
in the wrestling room.
in the wrestling room.
Yeah.
I could see Mr. Lehman at a coffee shop. I'm not sure I'd see him in the wrestling room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prospect.
Looked like Vandervelde unable to control that. So we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here before the end of this game. Baseball season back in full swing. You got a favorite team at all?
Here in Chicago, probably would be the Cubs, and if I'm going back to my roots, I would say the Red Sox, but the Red Sox just suck this year.
So New Hampshire in general is going to
Mhm.
be cheering for the Red Sox.
Yep, pretty
Okay.
much.
I got a family in Connecticut, and they're
Yeah.
Danbury, and they're kind of really split.
Yeah.
They've got Red Sox fans some direction. They've got
Yep.
Mets fans, and then
Uh-huh.
Yankee fans.
Right.
My wife ends up on the
The
Yankee side of things.
yeah.
Maybe the Derek Jeter bat in her office gives it away, or
Wow. Did not know that.
Oh. 3,000 hits. The man was good.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be updating the Yankee score over dinner later on tonight. 90 seconds left in this game. Got the Masters coverage coming up here on CBS, not on Wheaton Academy live stream.
No.
Look at me giving some advertisements for CBS. Masters, I think Spieth just won his the last tournament
Mm-hmm.
down there in Texas. So Masters always a beautiful venue. If you love golf, you love the shots of all those flowers as they're blossoming just at the right time. There's Corbin Bates. Got a little shove in the back, but play on here by the official. In fact, there's 3 or 4 times until finally that stopped play.
Yeah.
I think they would have kept going on for a second. There's 35
Yeah.
seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
20 seconds left. Why don't you give a shout out to our crew here one last
Here
time?
we go. So we got Will Hupke on one of our cameras, Nate, who's on the sideline. We got
Let's-
Daniel Olson up top, Emma Vega on the sideline, and Kenna was directing, and
Yep.
also Rachel, who's doing graphics and editing and directing as well in there. Also Mr. Jones, who's helping us produce this as well. We also thank our sponsors, Fauna, Service Master, Mendel Plumbing and Heating, and our final scoreboard sponsor, Providence Bank and Mortgage.
Yeah. Oh, Garrison, this is a good game to do this, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, the weather's great.
Easy win for us.
Nice weather, nice and warm, not too cold.
So we will sign off here in a second. We have scoreboard change. We'll try and get that updated for you really fast. The final score was 10-0 as the Warriors go out and thank their fans for a second. Our next broadcast for soccer will be next Tuesday night against Riverside Brookfield. I think that's a 4:30 p.m. game, so it's going to be earlier. So I don't recommend watching while you drive home from work, but maybe
Nope.
put that just on the speakers and listen. And then our next broadcast is going to be this Friday night against Tinsdale South for football. You'll be on the mic again?
Yes, I will be back on the mic
And
again.
we look forward to hearing from that. And Coach Smith, I believe, will be there with you.
Nice.
Well, this is Matt Hocken and Garrison Cho saying thank you for joining us and for all our crew. Appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe to YouTube and get notified of our upcoming games. Great final outcome, 10-0 tonight against the Chicago Christian Knights. Have a good night, everybody.